year. And as we began this new year, I know there were screams, shouts, fireworks, and there was so much celebratory mood that was in the air. And it may be for several reasons. Maybe you wanted 2019 to be finally over, or you are looking forward to 2020. And for me, in this particular video, I want to take you through my vision board that I made in 2019 and review it with you guys. And I really hope that you can also review the resolutions that you made. And probably you don't usually make New Year resolutions, and you have your reasons for that. I really hope that by the end of this video, you will be inspired and motivated to make a vision board or to make your resolutions. As regards to how to make your vision board, I have a video on my channel where I made the 2019 vision board, which is a video that went up on, I think, January 2019, and I'm going to put it at the end of this video, and I'm going to put it down on a pinned comment so that you can go ahead and know how to make your vision board. So when I was going through my vision board in a means to now make the 2020 vision board, I was looking at some of the goals that I made for myself and was very happy about myself, and some things that I had, said that I will do, and I'm like, okay, you did none of that. So the very first thing that I can see from the top of my vision board, and they came with it. Okay, so this particular vision board was on a certain I would say a wood frame or something of that sort, which you will see in that particular video, but I just removed the cover or the covering of all the things, that the printouts that I had and all those things. So the very first thing I had said is that I will read the whole Bible in the whole year. Did I do that? No. Did I attempt to do that? Yes, I did that, and I was using the YouVersion guide where you are required to read maybe Genesis 1, Psalms 1, Matthew 1 at a go. By the time I was reaching in February or around March, I don't know, I just gave up and I started reading one verse, a daily verse there, a daily verse there. And for me, as I concluded the year, I thought maybe that was an unrealistic goal. Maybe I should do the Bible in 3 years. But there's a conference that I went to, which is the Ezra conference, and I'm going to talk about it maybe in a later video. But I was challenged to be reading 3 chapters a day to finish the whole Bible in a year. So this is something that I'm still maintaining in my vision board come 2020. And I know maybe you have a resolution somewhere to grow spiritually and to make sure that you do maybe 1, 2, 3 things, read the Bible once a day or something of that sort. And I'm encouraging you not to lower the bar. Just go ahead and put it back onto your vision board. The other thing was travel. And this is one of the things that I've been able to achieve this time round. I got to travel within Kenya and without Kenya, and I have 2 vlogs on my travel trip to South Africa and to France. Well, it was majorly school related, but there's some fun in it. You can go ahead and check it out, and I think that I accomplished. The other thing that I had was read 48 books in a year. I think this was the most unrealistic goal that I had for 2019, because coming from a place where I used to read 1 book in a year or a half of a book in a year, putting 48 books in a year was I think it was quite unrealistic. And for me this year, I'm just going to put it down to 12 books a year. And I think even as we make our goals and resolutions, there's that place of wanting to be ambitious, that place of wanting to make sure that we are doing the most. And I think there has to be that aspect of smart. Is it realistic? Is what I am saying that I'm going to do in 2019 realistic enough? The other thing was time with friends, and that is something that I actually accomplished, and I'm very happy about that, because the previous year I felt like I was not giving enough time to family and friends, and for this year I can say I really did the most. The other thing, which is something that I would want to concentrate my time on, was on this particular channel. So I put a screenshot of my channel on this vision board, and then I had 200 subscribers, and thank God we have grown, had 200 subscribers, and beside that I had written 2,000 subscribers. Did I reach there? No, I didn't. But throughout the year, I feel like my goals have changed into making sure that I put out the best, and making sure that the numbers don't really matter, but they do matter because growth is important. And for me this year, I'm going to put it maybe a little bit down to 1,000 subscribers, and I thank God that we grew to around we have now 300 more subscribers within the new year, and I'm really happy about that. And I had even put like people that I wanted to collaborate with, 3 channels, and I managed to collaborate with one of them. And for me, even as I was approaching people, and I think this will be important to anyone who has a YouTube channel, as I was approaching people, I was approaching people from a point of, oh, you do similar content, and there was no place and point of thinking, do we have like a good relationship with this person? Are we able to have the chemistry as we, you know, as we do the YouTube channel? And what content do I think that we can do together? Because most of the times, especially when you're a young content creator, there's that buzz of going to people's DMs and saying, hey, I would like to collaborate with you, but what is your purpose and your intention of the collaboration? What do you intend to be the output of that particular collaboration? And in line with that, I had put you know, some equipments that I wanted to purchase. I didn't, but I'm looking forward to do that in the coming year of 2020. And I just want to encourage you, however small your goal is, however big you think your goal is, you can actually accomplish those goals if you put your heart to it and if you become intentional about it. And for me, even for those people who do not make resolutions, I feel it's important because it gives you a roadmap. And at the end of the year, you can look behind and see, oh, I accomplished this, I didn't accomplish this, and all along. And you know, the whole thing around that. The other thing that was on my vision board is finally finish my LLB and my CS. So I wanted to graduate with a bachelor's of laws, and that this was the year that I was graduating. And thank God that I did graduate a few weeks ago on the December 20th, and I'm really grateful that I got to do that. About the CS, I have not finished, but I'm in the last leg, and I'm really grateful to God that I did do that. Well, basically the other things that are on this vision board was just around growing my relationship with God, being consistent, and I thank God that I was consistent on this YouTube channel. Every week there was a video up, and I'm grateful, and I hope to do even more in the coming year. And basically I don't think the others are just things that are reinstating what I was doing. Oh, the other thing was to make sure that I keep fit. Did I do that? I remembered that at the end of the year when December was already here, so I didn't do anything. Am I going to put it in 2020? Yes. And I think there are those 2 goals that are always on your vision board, always on the resolutions, and sometimes we don't do it. And I really hope in the coming year that we are going to do it. So that's just like a short snippet of the goals that I had for 2019, and I hope that as you watched this video, you were in a reflective mode and thinking, what did I want for 2019 and what do I want for 2020? And as you do that, making a vision board is a very good idea, because when you wake up in the morning, you see the vision board and you're like, I really want to do that. And you know, the word of God, even in Habakkuk 2, tells us, put your vision, write your vision in bold letters, and as you write it, you speak it into existence. So you can make a vision board, put, you know, some resolutions. And there's a certain tool that I came with me that a friend of mine sent me, and I think it's a really nice tool. So I'm going to put the link to the PDF on the description box, and if you don't know how to get to the description box, I will also put it on the pinned comment so that you can see it. And it's called the, what's the name, the year compass. So it's how to plan 2019 and 2020. I don't know if it can be seen. Yes, so 2019 and 2020. So it starts with looking through 2019, and it tells you go into a relaxed place and sit down and think. And it was saying going through your calendar, so you go through January to December of 2019 and looking at the things that happened. Look at it, and then it divides into segments, so personal life and family, work and studies, belongings. I'm going to put all that down on the description box, and it puts you in your reflective mode. Like, for example, let me just sample a few, like the wisest decision that you made in 2019, the biggest lesson, the biggest risk that you took, what are you most proud of? And it puts you in such a reflective mode. And then now it goes, you know, into the accomplishments, the failures, the things that you need to let go, the people that you need to let go, and how you can describe the year in 3 words. And then there's an interesting one, the book of my past year. If you didn't read a book, I think there you just write not applicable, and then you say we are going to read in the coming year. And then it puts you in a place of daring to dream big for 2020, and it's a really nice tool. I'm going to put the link down below. If I don't, I'm going to put here on the screen. I'm going to ask you to put your email address down on the comment section, then I can send this to you. And I think that will be it for this week's video. I hope you are encouraged, and I hope this year brings you good things. And in instances where things will not be so good, that the grace of God will be sufficient. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember, God loves you a lot. See you next week on Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. for yet another video. And there are videos all over here that you may have not watched, and I think on this particular side I'm going to put the how I made my vision board of 2019 here, so that you can go ahead and watch and be inspired to make your own vision board. See you next week. Until next week, bye bye.